Hey Hirsch Coronis, it's Nick here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on how the investing is going. So as you can see, my investment portfolio now has close to $8,100 in it. And the last time I showed you guys the video, I had about $7,600 in it. So we have an increase of about $500 in the last 2 weeks or so. And it's been a little bit of a roller coaster here because, yes, I'm up 500 bucks from a few weeks ago, but last week was actually a pretty bad week. Um, because at one point I was up to about $9,300. And remember, I started with $6,000 and I haven't put in any more since I last recorded a video of my portfolio. So everything you see is just money that's been going up and down because of the market. And so I had $9,300 roughly, and if you look in the last week, I lost 1,124 of that. So in the last month, I'm up, and in the last 3 months, I'm up about 2,000. Um, but yes, I did lose about $1,000, over $1,000 over the course of the last week, and only the last couple days did it start going back up. In terms of what I'm invested in, it's essentially the same as you guys saw last time. I really didn't change too many things around. Still have pretty much the same number of shares of all of these major companies that I showed you guys last time. And like I said before, I'm mostly invested in things that are volatile right now because of the coronavirus, because I'm hoping to um, make some good gains on them when the market recovers eventually. Um, the only thing new, my strategy so far is I messed with options a little bit. Andrew, he's pretty good with them, and he inspired me to try a little bit more. Unfortunately, I think I lost about $200 with options tradings. I bought a couple different um, puts on, I think it was JetBlue and American Airlines last week, and I lost money on all of them. I lost about $100 each, and I bought two different puts. Um, and then right now, I actually, as you see, I have a call and a put on JetBlue. I know that's kind of crazy. I was sort of experimenting. Once again, play money. I'm learning as I'm going to. So here's the JetBlue call, and as you can see, I'm losing $19 on that one. And here's a JetBlue put I got, and I'm losing $13 on that one. But these are just kind of more for learning purposes, and they both expire at the end of this next week. So we'll see how those ones play out. My available cash is 523, and I believe the last time it was roughly $750 I had in there. So that kind of shows you the $200 loss I had with trying to use some cash on, taking advantage of options, which didn't quite work out for me yet. But I'm not done messing around with them quite yet. I'm still learning as I'm going. So there's the update for you guys. Stay tuned for more updates in the future, and I'll talk to you later.
Hey guys, this is Andrew, just giving you an update. So I made about $400 since the last video, so that's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'll show you my sort of different time horizons. So 1 week I made $400 exactly. Last month I made 1,600. Last 3 months made 3,000, and in total I made about 2,600. I went through the kind of a high level story of what has changed in my portfolio since the origin, which I started in 2017, 3 years ago. And so I'll show you where that money came from, that $400, and I'll also talk about what I've changed. So $400, a large portion of it came from this new Moderna call that I've bought since last week. It went up 17%, or actually 23%. I'm making 240 off of it right now. Moderna is a biotech company that there's a lot of potential it might create the vaccine for COVID-19. So I'm kind of playing off of that. Made a little bit off of Grubhub here. That I've had since last week. I think it's up about 30 bucks. My TVIX I made about 20 bucks off of, and I made a little bit of money off of. I'll show you all this new stuff in a second. I'll explain it. But I bought a Tesla put because Tesla reached an all-time high last week. I'm trying to find it on here. I'm gonna go through all my lists. Tesla here. Show you my history. So at its peak, it reached 1,023, and I bought, when it passed 1,000, I bought a put on it. I was like, all-time high. Let's see what happens. I bought a put. It shot up to like 1,023. I was losing almost all my money. I was freaking out. And then it crashed, and when it was around, I don't know, like 9.95 or so, I sold it for a $150 gain. I'll show you that in a second. If I go to, so I bought that put, 990 put, 612 for 1,400, sold it for 1,550. So I made 150 off of that. So that's another big chunk. If I held on to it, I would have made 6,000, but it was just too intense. I was sweating throughout that whole day. Uh, but going back to my main page here. So what I've changed here is I got that Moderna call that I just mentioned. I added 15 more buys to the MJ call, $20, expiring 10/16. Actually, both of these are expiring 10/16. I added 5 shares of American Airlines, which I think I'm making a little bit off of, making $10 off of that. Not too bad. These two are the same. I added MFA. It's a real estate related company, and I think there's potential for it. So I picked up 100 shares of that. And also just for kicks, I bought Hertz because there's sort of like a almost meme-like situation going on where Robinhood buyers are buying Hertz even though it went bankrupt, just to sort of try to save it from bankruptcy. So I just kind of want to play along. I mean, I only threw $10 in that. So that's my update. More to come in the future. Thanks for watching.